Okay, so as of now, we have finished the screens creation yesterday, and today we will discuss about these fields. So, what is this fields helpful here? Okay, so let's go to our project, the issues. The next topic also here, the continuously we have these options. Um, Okay, so we discuss about custom fields and system fields. Next, field configuration. So field configuration scheme and custom field optimizer. So this is the three topics we have. So what is this use is the same. The field configuration scheme is same exactly is related to these options. So this is useful for, so example, when I'm trying to create a ticket. Okay, so I've just created a new resource. Okay, so then I just without enter any information, if I click on a create button, so it is asking you must specify a summary of this issue. So it is only summary is asking a required field. See, I enter summary, but remaining fields I have not entered anything. Okay, so just I click on create button. So the ticket is created, and still I don't have any like information to work on this ticket. So as I'm a project managers, I want to few things as required. Okay, so few things is required here. Example, project's name or cost, minimum and max experience, a project start date, and so few of the fields the user should be enter definitely. So then only the assignee will get the all the information, will start work on it. So he will he will tell you like I want this field is required, this field is required. Okay, so that we need to make it as required, like based on the requirement, the required things, so we can achieve from these fields, field configurations like that. I'll show you like what we can achieve it. So what I'll do, I'll create it. See, as of now, if I click on a fields, the system default configurations, so the field configurations will be open. So this is a field configuration. So as of now, this three issue type purpose, only one default system default field configuration associated, and this is associated to three projects too. Now, if you change anything, so it will be affected to these three projects, including the three issue type also. Okay, so what we need to do is here, so I will create a new field configuration schemes for my projects and for my three different issue types too. And for that, just go to the same place, admin consoles issues, then field configuration scheme. So as of now, I have a default field configuration, so I'll create a new field configurations. Then I'll just create a new field configuration, then add. So this is a field configuration. Once you create it, it will be give you all the fields list here. That's it. If you see, if I created the field configurations called new resource field configuration. So once it is open, all field names I can see, screens, some actions. If I click on field configuration again, see new resource field configuration. Add a field, onboarding field configuration. Same, it will be open same page. Okay, all fields will become, and the field associated with screens, some actions we can see. Okay, so once field configuration is created, so how to associate this to my projects? This is exactly same workflows type. See, we created a workflows, then we are workflow scheme, we are associated to the issue type, and then we'll associated that into the project. Same field configurations creations. I'm not doing anything on the configure now. So if I click on configure, so this is a configure page will come. And if I click on copy, it will take copy of it or edit the name editing. Okay, so if you want to change anything, you can change it and you can update it. Delete it, like if it is not associated to the any schemas, any project, the delete option will come. But once is associated, the delete will go off. I'll go to the next field configuration schemes. As of now, nothing. So just I'll click on field configuration scheme. RM field configuration schema. Just add. So default is there, but suppose example, if I'm not associated any issue type here, the default will be work. So then associate an issue type with the field configurations. Click on it. new resource field configuration, then add, associate, onboarding, onboarding field configuration, click on add. Okay, so what we need to do next, this we need to associate it to the projects. So project association, so this places is click on the field, click on action, use different schema, then RM field configuration schema associated. So now you can see the default field configuration is associated to the three projects, but in my projects we are associated to only onboarding, offboarding. See, new field configuration schema for new resource and onboarding for onboarding field configurations. Just I've associated it now. Okay, but what is the use of this field configuration? So now the delete option is go off, and I can see this is associated to this field configuration schema. I'll open new resource now. Okay, so the configuration I'll start it now. So what is the field while I'm creating? So suppose my manager is give the information project's name, but project's name, which project's name I need to enter? So they're not give any clear information. So project code, so they're not information anything. But if you see here, the project start date, use the date, month, year, date format. So, but how this date, some of the help text, we call this as a field help text to understand field better to what we need to enter, so that we are giving some inputs here so that the people will understand what information we need to enter this field. Okay, so but example, but manager is give like projects under projects name, so I want this type of text information. So like please enter your project, like requirement project's name, not your project name, like that. Okay, so that we can do it from this field configuration itself. So let's go to the project name first. Where is the project's name? See, here is a project's name. Okay, so project's name I have. The right side you can see edit. So if I click on edit button, some description is coming. So I'll enter. I'll update it. Okay, so next, if I cancel it again, if I click on create, see, please enter which project is this request for. Okay, suppose if you want any other one, so new field configuration, and see, I have a new resource I've selected here. Suppose I have few different requirement for onboarding, offboarding. That's what we need to create a different field configuration schema for each issue type level. Okay, so maybe when the requirement will come to change it, we don't know. Like if you created separate field configuration to the separate one, so we can create it what we want here. So like it will not affect it to other things. Okay, so this is we have here. So wherever, like if you go to suppose location, so I want this field. So just click on create. See, select location from drop down. This is, please enter which project is this for same. Okay, 1 second, guys. Yeah. So with the field configuration schema, first options, we can able to add some alt text for this field. Okay. So the second options, what we have, suppose let's say same project's name or something. So project's name, hide. So if I click on hide, so this field will be hide from, see if I click on it. So now if I click on this create button, the project name I cannot see, but still the field is available in the screens, but we can add it from field configuration itself. So, but if I click on field config, configure fields, where is my field? If I click on it, if I enter project's name, so what happens? So project and scope is matched, field screens is matched, but field configuration. The field project name is hidden by the field configuration schema is that configure for the issue. To resolve this problem, go to field configuration and click on show to display field the project's name. Okay, so the Jira will give you clear information. So what happening and why it is not showing and how to resolve also. Okay. Now, so if I go to the same project's name, see, so click on show. But when you hide it, the remaining options will be disabled. The edit option or everything will be disabled. But when you click on show only, it will be show again, and the remaining options will be enabled. Okay. And apart this hiding, like if the people don't want here, so they will like hide it from screens directly. But field configuration is a very less time, but we have an option, so you need to know like what is this option. The second thing, very very important, this is a required. See, project's name, I want a required field, so I'll just click on make it required. Now if I create it again, see, project name is make it as required. Now if I click on create button, see, project name is required and summary is required. The same way we can what fields we required here, so we can do it. Okay, one second guys. Okay. Okay, so okay, so like that, how many fields you want to require, you can make it all fields as a required. But here, and everyone please note this, don't make it required if field is not available in your screen. Okay, so example, locations, the location field is available in my screen, so I could make it required this, that is fine. But if I make it required is a different example, contact number, so the contact number, it is not in my screen now, see. But if I make it this contact number as a required field, what will happen? So if I go to here, the contact field is available in a onboarding. So onboarding places I have contact number. So but here contact number is not working. A requirement is not working because I make it this required in a new resource field configuration. So this is associated to only new resource issue type, right? So it will be work there only. Suppose if I click on create button, see, I'll just enter this, fine. I'll enter this, fine. I'll select it this, okay. If I click on create button, see, the ticket is not creating. What it is saying, like contact number is required, but where is the contact number in my screen? So I'm not able to select that. So we cannot create a ticket. So this is the bug in a organization level. So we cannot make it required fields which is not available on create screen. See, this is a problem we are facing. Even I'm, see, if I'm not selected on this location, if it's asking location is required, so I can able to select it, whatever. Okay, I'll select it. But the contact number, how I need to select? The contact number is not here. So they are not able to create a ticket. So this type of mistake cannot do it. And everyone please note it this, whenever if you are making required any fields, the field should be in the create screen itself. Okay, so and the wherever you are doing the required, suppose I'm doing the new resource, the new resource associated to the new resource issue type. So new resource issue type only that should be a required. Okay, so to create a ticket, so definitely I need to make this as optional. But suppose once it is required, so how we need to change that? Suppose contact number is required. So whenever you make it required, it will come like required. Just that one, it will come like optional. So click on optional. So now it changed to optional. If I click on create button now, it will be create. See. So this is the problems. Some people they will do it in the organization also. Like if they'll commit and they will do it as a requirement, a required fields. I want this required something like. But if it is field is not available in the associated issue types create screen, so that definitely will be a problem. Okay. So suppose if you want to contact number as a required, we need to go to the onboarding field configuration. So configure. So this onboarding is associated to the onboarding. So if I make it here, the required contact number, so that would be good. Suppose if I click on create button in the new resource, it will not ask now. If it is go to onboarding, so it will ask contact number is required now. So that is fine. I can enter whatever information I need. The contact number I can enter here. So then I'll create it. Okay, so but the problem is you cannot make it required for unnecessary places. And if I go to the projects, like all feel same, like edit options is you can enter that description of the field, hide or required. You can make it this required. So if it is available in the create screen or something. And the next option we have is screens. It's nothing but like whenever you are associated, how many screens are associated, and you can change to associated to other places also. One of the option we have, but if it is needed any other screen also, we can go to the screens, we can add it directly. But here most of the times we will not use it, the screen options. Okay. And the final step, so we have renderers. So this renderers is available for few of the fields only. You can see affected version renderers is there. Again, is not there. And candidate name is there. But again, comment is not there. And components is there. Contact number is not there. Cost is there. And description is there. So what is the use of these renderers first? The renderers will be, sorry, which fields available? This renderer. So this renderer is available for only text fields. If you see the cost is text field and the project's name is text field. If I go to project name is text field, so that's why. But project code is a number field. That's why it's not coming. Cost is text field, so it will come. Cost is text field like. So just blindly remember these renderers will be available for only text fields, not other like if you have number field or drop down or something. So the renders will not available. But what is use of these renderers? See, if I go my projects, if I click on create button, I'll go to the description. So description, this is the box. I can enter like many of this like styles. Okay. I'll put it red color so I can enter. So whatever the style I can write it, right? And even I can enter attachment, links, or bold colors, one, two numbers, smiley symbols. Okay, so if I click on a place, I have lot of user mention or table like this. This is available in the wiki style model only. If you see, the only description fields available by default is a wiki style renderer. Okay, but remaining all default text renderers. Default text renderers, it will come like only this text panel. Okay, so it's directly is a text panel type, it will come. If I go to new resource also, like if you see whatever I have here text field, it's only box. But in the cost, I can enter the information, but I cannot enter the information in the different style. But in the description, I can enter because the description only is enable wiki style renderer. Suppose if I change to description as click on renderers, I'll click on the default text renderers, update. So now if I click on it, I'll refresh the page. Sorry, where I'm onboarding. Okay. Sorry. Onboarding. See, now description is just I can enter text. I cannot enter like in the style models. I cannot mention bullet points. Nothing will be there. Just it's a text renderers. Okay, so style we cannot do it. Right? So the same thing, if I go to the description again, I want this to wiki style modeler. I can change this to wiki style renderers update. Now it will come description onboarding C. But the same thing, can we do it for candidate name? So candidate names, I want to enter in the different style. Yes, if candidate name is text field, right? See renderers. I'll change this to wiki style update, then update. So now if I refresh it, the create button, see candidate name. Earlier it is only one box. Now it is coming all like it's a like this. Okay, so we can enter, but once it's created, so it will become. If I click on create button, summary, whatever, I just enter. If I go to it, see candidate name is showing like this. Okay, so this is the renderers useful. So whenever the render is enabled for wiki style renderer, so we can write it the information in the different style. So that is a use of it, but it is available for only uh text fields. Okay, so this is the useful of field configurations. And make sure, and the last batches peoples also, like most of the batch people also, so they'll make it changes in the onboarding places. So they'll make it in the onboarding places and they'll ask, sir, I just make it required, but in my screen is not happening. So if you are make it required in the onboarding field configuration, if you add a description in the onboarding field configurations, and if you check the same in the new resource, it will not appear. Okay, so which is associated, the field configuration associated to the which issue type, that issue type only will be work as these changes. And the changes you can do it in only associated available fields on the create screen only. Okay, so don't make it for other. And here one thing I want to let you know, once I make it required in the field configuration, while creating also it's required, while editing also it's required. So sometimes, suppose while creating they'll enter, but later they remove it. But if I make it required in the field configuration, it will be work for globally field configuration. Required field means create time and edit time. And in the view places also, few people they'll click on it and they will remove it. They'll click on this button. See, still contact number is required, it will ask. Okay, so wherever you are and you cannot remove it and some value should be there. So that is field configurations. Okay. So this is the field configuration useful. And the next topic is priorities. The priority is very simple. Whenever we are creating a ticket, so normally we are selecting like what is the priority we require. Medium, highest, high, low, lowest. But every organization is not use the same thing, right? So they have a different priorities for different their projects. Okay, so the priority we can make it like a projects level. So to all the issue type we can make it only one priority schema. That we can do it from same. If you go to issues, and after this, custom field optimizer. So this is also is the latest options. Like after 9 place, I think we got these options, but before 8 or 8.20, this option will be not be there. So what is use of this means, we can scan the custom field, and if any problem, any error on this uh, the place in the custom field, the sum of the information will be here. So example, I'll go to the custom field. um I'll make it this candidate name is globally. So I'll just click on edit configuration. See, as of now, this is available for only one project, right? Candidate name available for one project only. But how to change this to other projects also? If I click on it, so if I want to one more projects, I can add a new context, right? Yesterday I told you, but I want to this one only to make it as a globally. So I'll just click on edit. So instead of that, I'll select it, apply to issues under selected project only or globally. So I'll just select it globally, then modify. So now the candidate name, it's working for globally now. See, global and all projects. If I go to the custom field optimizer now, if I click on a scan, this is not an error. Earlier, this error is not came, but now it is came. Why? The custom field using global contexts are available for all project in your instant and should be used splately because they have significant impact on Jira performance. What is that field? So custom field with global context one, manage this custom field. If you click on it, the custom field be open. This is candidate name. So change the context. It means what this custom field optimizer will do, if any places, if it is a wrong configurations and it going any custom field, it going to impact in the Jira, so that it will give. But now I change the candidate name to globally, but the candidate name I'm using for only one project. But why I'm making to globally, it's not useful. But if I make it globally, it will be affected to Jira performances, because wherever the people will be searching the reporting level, everywhere the candidate name will come for the other project also. So that if it is one custom field is okay, but lot of custom fields are gonna, my Jira instead now almost 8,000 custom fields we are created. So everything will come to all the places. Definitely Jira performance will be affected. So if it is restricted to the projects level, so it will be helpful for to better performances for the Jira. So but whenever like this, suppose someone is created with a globally, so we don't know that suppose we can come to this custom field optimizer and we can do it. So whenever we do that and the error will come, and error means some warning type, it will come, the message will come. So we can change that into the context here. It will give directly change the context to only direct, it will be changed to one projects now. Even if I click on projects, it will change to one project itself. So that is a use of custom field optimizer. But don't worry, if you are using older version, so this option will be not be there. But like if the latest only, the option will be enabled. So even this, when we are creating a custom field, the project selection, issue type selection also, it's a latest one. So it in the 8.0, 8.2 or 8.3 or 5, the option is not available. So don't worry about it. But this is some extra options, like whenever the versions are increased, a few options they're added, but end of the time, so that all work is same. You can create a custom field, you can associate it to the projects globally or single or anything. But we have some better options in a latest version. That's it. Okay. So next I'll go to the priorities. So as of now, this is a priority. So priority is exactly same as a issue type. I'm creating an issue type schema, then also drag and drop and associated to the projects. The same thing, add a this. Suppose I want like P0, you must select a URL. Suppose image for the image purpose or something. Or yeah, last time also I'm not able to add this. Add priority. Last time also I'm getting this error. I'll fix this. But suppose I want a few. Suppose once I've created like any name, so what name I want, I'll create it here. Then priority schema. So in the priority schema, just we need to add a priority schema. Same like I'll create it RM. Priority schema. So I want for only high and low for my projects. Okay, so default, whenever we are not selected anything, so default we want like high or something, so we can select it, or else none it. Click on add. So then click on associated. Associated means it will go if I selected the project resource management. So as of now, I've created a like a highest and medium also, and it is asking like where I need to move. Medium, I'll change to this. Then next, from the next time, so when I'm creating a tickets in my projects, create priority, see high and low only will come. Okay, but if I wanted different for onboarding, it will not possible. Okay, so but this priorities entire project level, we can make it one. If I click on it, see is two. But from this field configurations, sorry, from the priorities, we can create it a new. So add priority, but we need to enter the name. So if we enter the name, like what people are suggested you, like you can enter the image. We need to select the color also. Color we can select from the down simply. But if I click on add, this URL is must. If I selected these images, it's not showing anything. Like last time also, I'm getting same error. I'll fix this. Okay. I'll let you know this, but you can try it same. Like if you create like P0, P1, P2, P3 like that. Some people they're created like critical bug blocker like that. So that is based on their project requirement, and we need to create it for them here, and we need to add to them. That's it. Okay. So